All right. Let's see. Are we up? Are we up? Oh, looks promising. And there, there. Yeah, there. Okay. Hey there, everyone. Pip5789 here, and I am back today with some more GregTech. So we made a lot of great progress last time, and yeah, we're just going to get right into it. We need more diamonds. So we're about to go get some more diamonds. Specifically, we still need that exquisite diamond. And the EBF has stopped running. Unacceptable. Absolutely nothing else. You can be making more aluminum. But sure, we have unlimited amounts of aluminum dust, but it still has to get smelted. Alright, so there's the graphite. Let's just head on over. We'll probably grab another, what, 20 or so? Something like that. Whee! Just trying to be a little on the careful side here. Alright, now let's find ourselves some diamond. And maybe a couple of torches. Just so I can somewhat see. That's all graphite. That's all graphite. 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 And some more graphite. Alright, that's obviously the end of the vein. So where are my diamonds? Here's my diamonds. Andesites. There's definitely going to be a time and place to mine all of this, but for right now, I am far more concerned with simply trying to extract as many diamonds as I can. Just because not much of a point in taking the graphite at the moment. Definitely gonna need it, don't get me wrong. It's just, right now we need diamond. Okay, another 16 diamond ore is another, what, 32 shots? Surely, right? Because, I mean, we've already done, the 24 or whatever that ended up being. So, like, throw on another half of a stack. Surely that'll work, right? Well, one can hope. All right. What is going on with that? All right. So, let's get these going. All right, so you're doing considerite right now. You know what? Totally fine. However, we have slightly more pressing matters at the moment, I am afraid, than the considerite. Apologies. As soon as the diamond starts going, though, I can go ahead and do that. Just take a second. Any second now. There we go. Alright, and now that the diamond started, it should just continue to cycle on to diamond. Uh, Yeah, so looks like we are getting quite a good bit out of this. Love to see it. Apologies, purified cassiterite ore, but we can't risk doing any of these. So let's see. What are the chances we actually get it? That's the question. And the answer is like very unlikely. Let's be fair. Uh, you in there. You know what? We'll throw in all of that as well. While that's going, I'm going to do a quick refresher. So we needed, right, the diamond plates. Oh, wait, well, yeah, we need a diamond plate, but we also need this. We need this, which needs a diamond lens, which is going to require an exquisite diamond. No luck there. Well, here we go again, I suppose. As soon as we get this exquisite diamond, we will be pretty much golden, right? Uh, once we have that, okay, you know what? Yes, we're going to need that, but we can still do a little bit more, right? Like this forming press. We can go ahead and start working toward it. Now, I do remember there was no point in making an MV one of these, so that's what the cassiterite was for. So let's go ahead and get that going, I guess. That should be enough for the hull. We need 6 cables and the pistons. That's going to be another 2, 4. That's going to be a lot of tin cabling. Uh, Wait, okay, so that was, sorry, that's 4, 8, that's going to be 12, 14, which is going to need 7 ingots. All right, and I think that's going to be enough anyway. Copper shouldn't be an issue, thankfully. We have iron, so that's non-issue. And yeah, and we have plenty of steel, so I think we're in pretty decent shape here. Rubber, rubber. All right. So for each of these, we're going to need the old 3 1 2s. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2, 1 2, and those. So those get turned into plates. These get lathe, and these get turned into gears. That's a plate mold. Gear. Okay. Then let me think. We're gonna need another. How many for the motors? 2 motors, so we need 3. Vending machine is done. These get polarized. These get rubberized. And then we need, that's 1 motor, 2 motors. I think that's going to be it. Let's just go ahead and go to that. Grab the gears. And, okay. I don't even have close to enough room, though. All right, we're going to need another 2 circuits as well. So let me put this there. Purified ruby dust can go in there. All right. So, there's those. There's those. Oh, and then we're definitely going to need those. Okay, there's the motors. I can do this properly. Not copper. Tin. So there's the motors. Once again, not copper. there, there, and there. All right, so there's the pistons. That's what I was mostly concerned about. Guess I made a few too many. Yeah, but we'll use them. Now, where did my polyethylene go, is the question. Oh, it's probably over here. Yes. That's another thing I need to do is I need to go through and make a bunch of. I need to go through and make a bunch of barrels for all of the random things that we just happen to have around. Where is a here? Grab you, the 8 steel plates. Okay. And then that alongside those. Thank you. I also probably need to invest in a couple more circuits, but eh. Oh wait, right. I needed those. Okay. Circuits, hull, cabling, and the pistons. All right, basic forming press. Let's go. So, do I have any times 410 cable left is the question. Here, nah, let's keep the autoclave. I'm kind of using most everything here. Okay, so we'll stick the forming press right there. And then go grab some more tin cable. Hopefully we will be able to, it'll be able to actually support it. Doesn't look like we have anything here. Hmm. Oh, times 2 10K. Here. Okay, we have 1 times 410 cable left. Works for me. There and there. Okay. Now, those diamonds ought to be very close to finished if they aren't already. Yeah, all right, we still have a few more. Now, here's 20. We have a 1 in 20 chance, right? That means, theoretically, one of these should hit. To be fair, we should have hit one like 10 ago, but that's besides the point. Statistically, we ought to get one out of this. Not that one, though. Ah, all right. Well, we need a diamond plate. We can take one of these diamonds, and apparently the other 14. And diamond plates. Oh, okay. So we actually have to make a block of diamond and cut it. All right. Not an issue. Block of diamond. And I'll even put it into the advanced one. Because why not? Mixer, bender. All right. And then stick you into here. Yay. Okay, yeah, you're definitely a little too far away, though. You are draining way too much. You're using 30 EU a tick. Um, hey, Seth. It's going. We are still trying to get that exquisite diamond from last time. Still no luck there. But wait, we have our first printed engineering circuit. So that is like a massive, massive win. Uh, we are so close to getting the engineering processors. We're gonna need a couple of fine tin wires, a bit of soldering alloy, but that is a-okay. Let's go ahead and grab the fine tin wire, as I think that's it. We are so close to getting the ME drive. It is not even funny. All right. If we could just get this ME drive, that's going to revolutionize our storage, I think. Again, I don't actually know all that much about AE2. I've seen the ME drives around a lot, so that's my guess as to what's going to happen, but or what's going to happen. Yeah, you know what it's used for, all that. Yes, the exquisite diamond, finally. All right, let's get this thing late. Finally. Watch as we get like four of them now. All right. There's the fine tin wire. That is totally fair. All I care about at the moment is just understanding enough to get some decent storage. That's all I'm caring about at the moment. We're gonna need another dense iron plate. We can go ahead and get that going, I guess. Bender. Yeah, really ought to invest in some more program circuits. And there we go. Hmm, that's interesting. Having the battery here actually keeps this thing completely powered. That's good to know. Maybe I should make like a personal battery for all of these. All right. Oh, just free up that. We can go ahead and put the polyethylene ethylene back. Here we go. And hopefully, with any luck, this will be all we need. All right, so once we get this, we're going to use that alongside the silicone plate. Yes. And get the printed silicone. Huh? Oh, wait, right, sorry. We need the dense iron plate, precision laser engraver. We engrave the plate into the silicon press, which we can then send through the forming press to get the printed silicone. All right, we have that, have that. Okay, now the ME drive. We're going to need two of them, which we're getting the two. We're going to need the two Fluix cables. We're going to need one more circuit, four steel plates. Oh, here it is. Okay, there. Throw that in there. While that's going, let's go grab that last circuit. We'll go ahead and get the steel going as well. It's going to be great. Grab a little bit of extra steel while I'm over here and thinking about it. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to think. Is there anything else I'm gonna need? Definitely gonna need this. Um, so let's grab you. Let's grab you. Okay, yeah, and just make sure that we get all of these Fluix cables. And I'll go ahead and grab that for now, just so we can test the thing to make sure it's actually gonna work. I guess we're gonna put it here for now. This is definitely gonna be moved later, but just for now, I think that will be fine. Guess I'll just stick that there. We will have energy acceptor here, going into a fluix cable here to the drives, right? I guess we're gonna have two drives. I'll put one up top and one down below. And here it is. There's that. Then we're just gonna need to get 8 steel plates. Okay, wait, it's over here. All right, printed silicone. Here we go. Printed engineering circuit. Printed silicone. Electronic circuit. What was it? Resistor? Not the rubber. Why am I doing this in here? Wait, hold up, hold up. Wrong machine. All right, printed silicone. Printed engineering circuit. Electronic circuit. Resistor. And then two, no, it wasn't the two fluix cables. Ah, what did I need? Right, the fine tin wire. All right, here we go. 4 engineering processors. We, oh, right, now have ME drives. No, I only got one circuit. All right, hold up. We have to get the second circuit. Okay, and you know what? Let's build it here. Circuits should go there. I don't know what I'm doing. Cables, that, and then steel plates. ME drives. Let's go. Hopefully, these things work like I'm expecting them to, and they basically just hold a lot of these. Yes. Yes. Okay, now we just need to connect her and click. Look at that. We now have actual storage. Okay, that is game changing. Let's go ahead. I know that I'm gonna. All right, this is all done. And now that we have at least a little bit of basic machinery, you can also now think about the Me drive. No, 4K. Whoop. Here it is. 4K ME storage cell. I need ME storage housing and a 4K component, which is going to need a good circuit, RAM, and then a 1K. 3 of the 1Ks, actually. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to make these regardless. Fair enough. All right, so what is that? Red alloy. Ooh, a CPU. What do I need for this? CPU wafer. How do I make a CPU wafer? I need a diamond lens with a silicone wafer. Hey, guess what we have? We have a diamond lens and a silicone wafer. Okay, so obviously we're gonna just be making the 1K drives. Ooh, fluid storage wouldn't be too bad. But okay, so ME and this. So that means we're gonna need 2 circuits No, wait, we need one circuit, Certus quartz plate, and the CPU itself. We're going to get 8 CPUs. How many storage slots are here? 8. I say we just go 8 for 8, right? Let's just completely blow what we had before out of the water. So we're going to get all the CPUs. We're going to need 8 circuits and then 8 Certus quartz plates. Oh, do I have 8 Certus quartz is the question. Let's see. Quartz. I have 2 Certus quartz plates and then 1 actual Certus quartz. Okay. Crushed Certus quartz ore. Works for me. Purified Certus quartz ore. Let's just go ahead and get that going, I suppose. Grab the 8 circuits. Really need to go through and actually make some more. I just keep getting, more and more distracted from that. All right, and this should be done. Yes, it is. So we can go ahead and do this. Yay. All right. Also purified oh wait. Certus quartz. Here it is. Send this through the sifter. Ooh, do we risk it? I think it's going to be worthwhile as opposed to just sending it through the centrifuge. Crushed Certus quartz. Basically has to get washed. All right. You know what? Fair. Let's get that washed, and then we will go from there. These, on the other hand, can also be sifted. After the Certus quartz, of course. Now, we're going to have a little bit. So I'm hoping, at least, that we'll hit enough to be able to get the plates that we need. But, we'll see. Here's a good question. What are these used for? Obviously, for that. We cut into that, of course, can be engraved into that. So literally nothing besides more. Go figure. Go figure. Alright. Well, we didn't lose any at least, so, can't really complain. And now the fun begins. We can throw all of this into here. Diamond dust, the aluminum, all of those, the tin, the rubies. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, right? Where was it? Yeah, like this. That's what I was looking at before. Speaking of, we centrifuge and we get a bit of barite. What is barite used for? Barium and sulfur and oxygen. I mean, sure, it's more stuff. Not gonna say no. Where is my centrifuge? And also, while I'm thinking about it, let's get some more rubber. We're gonna need it. We're always going to need more rubber. All right. Yeah, that ought to be fine. Ba, 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 ba. See, we can go ahead do that, I suppose. We go into here. Siderite. Oh wait, it's not done. The mine, yeah, so I haven't moved it yet. I actually haven't even checked on it since. So that is definitely something that we're gonna have to do at some point. I do want to make sure that my storage is all in order before I do that, though, for hopefully relatively obvious reasons. Okay. Uh-oh. Speaking of, looks like we're full. Yeah, yeah, to be expected. But we are getting plenty of Certus quartz here, so hopefully that will. Oh, that's a flawless diamond. Another one. Hopefully, with all of this extra Certus quartz, we'll be able to actually, fix that problem. We just need eight. Eight Certus quartz, and we're good. So that is what I'm aiming for. Actually, you know what? I should look in the drive to see if I actually have any already. I kind of doubt it, but quartz. Another quartzite, quartzite. Yep. Expected no less. Hey, well, we got one. Well, all right, technically we have three, because there's the two in the centrifuge, but all right. Siderite's definitely going to last longer than this is, so centrifuge. Certus quartz dust. Let's see. Ah, right, needed for fluids. Right, the 64 types of items. I did know that. Ooh, we can compress them straight to plates. That's nice. I'm thinking we're going to compress them to plates. Yeah, which is why I definitely want to get a bunch of them. But since the 4K take 1K, I think it makes sense. Fill all of this out with 1Ks and then go through and use all those to upgrade to 4Ks and just kind of rinse and repeat, right? Just as we get storage things that we need. It makes sense to me anyway. Uh, I still hate that we're having to void the wood tar, but all right, and we are now done with that. So all of these can actually start being done again. Stone dust. You know what? Let's throw in a bit of copper, just so we can make sure that's also going. No, I'm not getting a lot. Getting a lot less than I would had hoped for, I have to say. Right? Because we're only at five, well, six. So we need two more out of three. Surely. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna make it, but the fact that we didn't get any flawless or better is kind of disappointing, I have to say. I was really hoping to get a little bit of extra out of this, but nah. Oh, and that one just didn't give us anything. Go figure. All right. It was a compressor, I believe, that we needed. Don't actually have a compressing machine. Alloy smelter compressor. Yeah. And the autoclave is only a 70% chance, so I'd rather avoid it if at all possible. We're gonna make it, but only barely. I'm pretty sure I still have the steam compressor though, so we'll just use that. Should still be in here. And then I'm gonna start moving things after we get all the storage in. Steam compressor. 40 seconds. Oh, that is painful. Luckily, it's only using 2 liters of steam a tick. So, yeah, we're fine. We are so fine. Hmm. No, it really is a shame that there's not more Steam multi-blocks here. I really enjoyed the Steam age, I have to say, even though everything is slower, and I definitely still enjoy the higher ages, I'll say. I really enjoy Steam. And I think that GregTech does a decent enough Steam age. Certainly not perfect, could be better, but overall, it's not bad. But yeah, we're just gonna wait on this. All right. In the meantime, let's see. So we're gonna be moving a bunch of storage, and after that, I want to work on infrastructure before we try to advance any farther. Because, well, our infrastructure is okay, but it could definitely and needs to be better. Um, Not concerned about RAM. These LV circuits are not necessarily cheaper, mostly due to the expense and time of the silicone and the fact that now LV is going to require diodes. Oh, right, that reminds me though. I wanted to look circuit. Uh, these, can I? Okay, so I can use NAND chips and I can use SMD resistors. Good integrated circuits. Here it is. Good electronic circuit. So for this, all right, SMD diodes. What are these things? Gallium arsenide, fine platinum, polyethylene gives us SMD diodes at HV. Ah, come on. Ooh, yeah. The only downside to the Steam Age, for me personally, is just how slow the machines are, which I suppose is understandable, but still kind of disappointing. Like, each of these takes 40 seconds, right? That is kind of ridiculously slow for just this. But, can't complain too much. So, MV tier. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Is there any way that we could make these cheaper? Not before HV, though, I don't think. These, not a problem. The diodes, on the other hand, are something else. Uh, so we can use silicone wafers now, though, which is going to be really nice because the wafer for the diode is going to be a lot cheaper comparatively. All right, just one more. Just one more. Let's see. Actually, what else can we use these silicone wafers for? Uh, Used for a solar panel. Ooh. Right, we can assemble into diodes, and then they can be engraved into SoC, RAM, integrated logic, ULPIC, LPIC, and CPU. All right, what's the SoC used for? Simple SoC is necessary. Oh, we can use those to make this? Oh, wait, right, that's necessary for the fluid. Oh, wow, the fluid needs EV tier circuit. Oh, that is absolute pain. Okay, so we're not gonna be out doing that anytime soon, clearly. Let's see. Right. Certus quartz plates. We can compress, or we can cut. All right. What that means is that we have to turn you into some quartz dust. To actually get said quartz dust. And then we have to compress it. Go figure. All right, we have one more then. Ugh. Luckily, this is definitely the last one. So we have that, and we have these. After that, once we get those put in, again, I said it before, but we're going to go ahead and just start moving literally everything. Nothing else up here. So it's going to be all of these are going to be moved. And I also want to make, again, a bunch of aluminum drums. So I think that that would be very helpful trying to uh, trying to keep all of these random liquids that we just happen to have. All right. Did I have to put these in an assembler? Yes. All right. There, there. Clearly I'm missing something. What am I missing? Assembler, necessary observer, right? Or we use these in an assembler, right? Is that a circuit assembler? Maybe? No? Sorry, hold up. I'm a little confused here. The assembler is using LV. We need CPU. Oh, that's the wrong wafer. That explains a lot. All right, let's do this and then try that again. 90 seconds. I should have had that going before. Oh. Priority? Oh, that's cool. You can have like different priorities for these. Interesting. I'm not too concerned with that at the moment. I just need something to store everything. That's all I care about at the moment. Huh. We also need to start upgrading all of our machines into MV machines, because clearly LV is starting to fall somewhat behind. Now, there's some things like the extractor. Actually, no, this does need to be MV so we can start extracting steel. Let's see. The polarizer. Yeah, we don't need an MV polarizer for anything. Canning machine is fine. But yeah, the forming press is fine. There's certain things that we're definitely going to be able to keep, but generally we need to start thinking about tiering up to NV. Unfortunately. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and disable you. I want to go check while that's finishing up. What is our wood tar supply? We don't have a wood tar supply. That's kind of what I was afraid of. We ended up voiding way too much. The good news, of course, is that that is going to basically just stay. Uh, we also need still to figure out what to do with saplings. All right, you're done. Guess I can start throwing saplings in here, right? There, there, there. Having extra storage is going to be so nice. Huh. We are losing uh power slowly though, just due to power loss and all that. Hmm. A little disappointing, I have to admit, but certainly expected. All right. While those are going, these are going to be used in, oh, crafting storage. Interesting. But we need this, right? So we're also going to need these, which are going to be another 8 circuits, 16 of those to find out of that. Ooh, 8 times 4. We're going to need half a stack of steel plates. That is going to be painful. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to just dip into some of our iron reserves here for this. We are going to have to at this point. Uh, let's see. 8 circuits are not a problem, though it's getting a little closer to being one. We're just going to get a new set of redstone alloy cables, I do believe. We're going to take, let me think. So that's 2 of those, which is going to be 8 of those. And how many did we need? We need 2 per 8, so we need 16. This is giving us 8, so we're going to need 2 sets of it. Also going to need the quartz glass. Quartz glass is Certus quartz dust. The glass is not an issue, but the Certus quartz dust is definitely going to be. Uh, uh, so we're getting 4. How many sets of this do we need? For 16, we need 4, which means you're going to need 20 more Certus quartz. We definitely have enough, but still, yikes. Okay, anything else? Have that. Gonna have that. Getting those. I think we're good. All that's gonna be left is just like getting a half of a stack of sand and oh wait, no, we only need 16 because that's already gonna give us the half of a stack. Which is technically, I think, still more than is necessarily exactly what we need, but you know. Okay. Well, there's the 8K or the 8 1K ME storage components. Oh, I need the storage components. Oh. I'm still gonna make these for now, just because RAM chips are gonna require RAM wafer, which needs an emerald blend, which we don't have, nor do I feel like going and doing that right now. Plus, we're just gonna do the 1K. We're just doing 1K for now. That's gonna be more than enough storage for quite a while for us. Okay, throw these into the arc furnace. Then what? Well, we're still waiting on steel. Oh, right, the red alloy. We can do that. And I think that's about all we can do. This is still going through cassiterite. All right, and we're totally full now. You know what? Let's just get that going. All right, that's actually supposed to go in there. Yeah, I guess this is totally full. Hmm. Once again, this is why we need to fix our storage problems. Because, oh boy, do we have storage problems. Now that is going to be 40 Certus quartz. Surely we can do something with 40, right? If we can't, I am going to be seriously concerned. All right, can we do anything else with these silicone fuels? Nope, they are literally good for nothing but cutting. So let's do that. Huh. I mean, may as well, right? All right, slowly but surely getting the quartz. Let's begin the sifting. So, let me, I think we only needed 8 in order to actually pull this off. No, we need 16. No, wait, all right, we're getting 8 houses. We need 2 quartz per. Here, let me actually just pull up a calculator. So we need 8 housing. All right, for 8 housing, we're going to use 2 glass per housing. Now, in order to get 4 glass, however, we're going to need 5, which means we're going to need 20. Okay, right. Yeah, so we're going to need 20 Certus quartz. Looks like we're getting a little bit at least. So that's something. We can continue to do this. Hmm. Right. That's canning machine with this. This needs just sending it through an alloy smelter, the dust. All right, just double checking that it's the dust that we have to do, that we have to use. Off to use. That's not it. Neither is that technically. Right, we need to centrifuge it. Yeah, that is so full. Okay. That cleaned up a little bit at least. This is the centrifuge. Hmm. And then we have plenty of glass. All right, let's actually go ahead and get at least some of this going, if for no other reason than to try and free up a little bit of room over there for other things. Right? We can at least make one or two of these, if absolutely nothing else. Oh, flawless. Yes, finally. I've been waiting on a flawless for so long. Yes. Okay. Get these Mesa Late'd. That's half of the Certus quartz that we need. Ooh, over half. An exquisite. No way. Okay. That was a massive boost to our Certus quartz. Oh no. Da, 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 da. Let's get the purified copper going. Where's my mallet? Here. All right. Uh, there. All right, so that's another 8. All right, let's get this finished. All right, we are 5 Certus quartz dust off. Make that 3. If we just get 3 Certus quartz dust, then we have it all. All right, all right. So we can do that. Oh, right. We need the steel still. And there's the half a stack of steel that we needed. That is still a lot of steel. All right. The redstone alloy wires. We may as well just be getting more of the Certus quartz now, because we're definitely going to be using it. As we're going to need this for the Fluix cables still. You know, not going to waste or anything. Come on. Yes. And that is enough. That is all we needed. Ah, we can finally solve this horrible issue of not having the storage that we need. Okay, let's throw into here. That's 12, and this is 16. All right, that's all the Certus quartz we needed. Let's grab the redstone. Fine red alloy. Let's grab the half of a stack of steel plates. And let's get this done. So it was this with those there, that there, and those there. What? Sorry. What? Crafting. Quartz glass. LV circuit. Redstone alloy. Wait, redstone alloy. Yeah, red alloy. Wire. That's what I did. Oh, no, no, no. I put those instead of. Yep, that's on me. All right, so we can do oop, that, do that, and then where did my circuits go? All right, there's the housing. Canning machine, you're up. You can do it. All right. 1K ME storage cells. This is going to be such a game changer. I wonder if there's a limit to how many of these you can have inside of a chunk before you overload the chunk. That would be good to know. That would actually be really good to know. Hmm, slightly concerning, but I've seen some pretty big setups, so I highly doubt this is going to be enough to just send me over. All right, and now it's time to start moving things. I am going to leave nothing, oh, my inventory, and I'm just going to go through and grab it all later. The only thing I'm going to leave is probably this, just, and I'll leave food, because obviously. Oh, wow. That was not ready for that. That was not even close to ready for that. Yes. Haha. Okay, just out of curiosity. All 63 types. So it does seem to be a typing issue. We actually have room. It's just a matter of how many different things we have. Fair enough, I suppose. So let's go ahead and just begin grabbing everything. What? There we go. Grab all of this. Throw it in there. All of you. Go in there. This can probably stay. All right, and let's just get moving. Let's get things moving. Ha! Okay. Let's do all of this. What? What? Technically, there, I'm sure there's far more efficient ways for me to utilize this, but right now I am not really concerned about that. All right. Oop, and there go the carrots. It's fine. All right. Throw all of these in there. Throw all of these in there. Okay, we're definitely filling up. Yeah, definitely filling up. But we are in such a better position now. All right. I don't know what I'm going to use all of these drawers for now. Maybe I'll still use them for things like cobblestone, but not sure. Oh, forgot to use that. It's fine. All right. All of that there, there. Ooh, here's where it's gonna become pretty massive. Actually, specifically, let's aim for the ores to go in there. Those are the most likely ones to have multiples of. Or not really, apparently. Odd, but fair enough. And yes, obviously we're going to be getting all of these processed at some point or another. But for now, they just need to be moved somewhere where they're not just in a chest, so I can actually organize everything. Okay. Oh, wow, we are filling things up quickly. Am I gonna have to make some more of those? Yikes. I mean, I knew I had a lot. I didn't realize it was that much. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do a little bit better by putting in all the galena. All right. All right. Saplings and wood can definitely go into there, though. There. All right, and I think we actually hit the capacity on this thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely hit capacity on it. Whee! Yeah, these saplings are going to be a problem till we can figure out a good utilization for them. I'm still on the side of polyethylene, I think, just because that looks like it would be the most optimal thing to use them for, right? And then the oil can be maybe processed into something like diesel, right? Except we don't really need any kind of combustion engines. We're actually doing fine in terms of power. We're doing more than fine, really. So, yeah, I don't know. Oop, let's remove that. All right. No, not you. There we go. Things that have multiples, I'm just trying to put into there just to try and optimize room. Obviously, I'm not too worried about that. It's all getting moved. It's just minor convenience, right? It would be kind of nice if there was like an auto, like not fill button, but like an auto, okay, optimize button. Just to where it tries to put all of the things with the most duplicates inside of the portable cell or whatever. That would be kind of nice. All right. Definitely gonna have to figure out what to do with all of these gemstones, but for now, I think we're okay. There. There we go. All right. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm a little concerned now. I didn't think I had this much stuff. Definitely a little concerned that I'm going to hit the limits on these. Woohoo. Don't have room for a lot of other types of things. Definitely made the right call making so many of those. And yet, it seems like I'm gonna need more. That's usually how it goes, though, I suppose. Huh. Maybe if we can get some of these ores processed, that will help reduce some of the types. As if each ore is taking up 2 to 3 different, un types, that would definitely cause some issues, I can imagine. Now, what I'm concerned about is going to be this one. That's going to be a lot of different types of things. A lot of different types of things. This is going to fill up, probably more so than anything else is. So why do I have 2 terminals? What? Okay. I haven't used these in so long. Generators, EV age, large combustion, 24 U a tick. Huh. IV, large boilers. Interesting. Hatches. Yeah, I haven't used like any of this. Odd. Maybe we should look through those at some point or another, right? Oh, there went a lot of types. Oh. Oh, we are so close to being out of Rome. It's not even funny. I legitimately doubt that we're going to get everything. If we do, it is going to be close. Wait, actually, no, that is everything, isn't it? Other than these. Why can I not remove the basalt, I wonder? Slightly odd, but okay. Let's grab all of the sticky resin. All of the sticky resin. Aha! And we completely filled it. And then some. Oh boy. Alright, I wonder why I can't remove things from some of them, though. That's curious. That makes me very curious indeed. Oh boy. If anything is gonna fill up something. Apparently using too much just completely destroys the amount of power. Uh, Boom. Just goes dark after I put things in it. Oh wow. And yeah, that's completely full now. As are you. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, are you done? You're done. So let's get some more. EBF should never be idle. We're definitely making a second EBF at some point in the near future. All right, let's just start from here. Why can I not remove y'all? Do I have to be closer, maybe? Yep, I just had to be closer. You know what? Fair enough. Well, we have plenty of saplings, plenty of stone dust, and that's gonna fill that up. Oh, wait, am I full? No? All right, that's it. Let's move you to over here. I am so confused. What am I doing? Okay, let's just take these completely down, move them down, go from there. So something that I've been considering do, um, I've actually been considering doing a vanilla playthrough, like a modern vanilla just world, right? I don't know how interested y'all would be in something like that, as I know it's definitely sort of out of the ordinary compared to what I usually do, but I thought it might be interesting enough, right? I've never really played modern, so my thought process is, oh, well, I've never really done this. It would be kind of new for me. And I know, a good chunk of what's in it, like the Warden, obviously I'm well aware of that. Or, just like copper, right? I know that copper exists, and now there's negative Y levels and things like that. Hmm. Oh boy. We are filling up. Uh, well, we have enough types left, I think, but it's going to be a combination of types and the actual bytes used that's concerning. Especially whenever we get to the cobblestone and netherrack and whatnot. All right. Oh, another back. There we go. No clue what I'm gonna do with these Emmy chests. I still kind of want to use them. I mean, they have been really helpful, so there's always that. But I'm not entirely sure what the best use for them here would be. Maybe using them like for some sort of a personal storage of some kind. I say personal storage. This is all personal storage, but like smaller storages or something, right? I'm not entirely sure. Or do I just hook them up to the network like normal and that's enough? Maybe? I'm not sure. Right. So dirt in there, another rack in there. All right. We are so close to being done. All that's left is the cobblestone. Absolute monstrous amount of cobblestone. Obviously, we're going to need all of this cobblestone, but if anything is going to send us over, it's going to be this. Because we have so much of this stuff. Ooh. It's gonna be close. Nope. We hit the limit. Come on. Ah, we were so close too. All right. Oh, I guess that means we need a couple more. Oh, wow. Well, at least we have all of our components here, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, right. We have to get all of these too. That should be more than enough room for our purposes, but we might as well move it all, right? Whee! Okay, how much Certus quartz? 19. I also want to grab the mallet and actually get you working again, so give me a second. There. Get you running through the sifter. Ooh, actually a good bit. Love to see it. Alright, there's that. The purified emerald ore needs to be sifted. Uh, these, on the other hand, can be washed. Alright, so we're gonna need another plate. Alright, we're gonna need the wafer and the circuit. So let's grab a new wafer, not a problem. Then let's see, we're gonna need another two circuits, I do believe. Uh, bu- 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 CPU wafer needed the diamond lens, which should still be in there, right? Yes. All right, then we'll get that cut, obviously. We're gonna need a bit more of the Sortis quartz glass, but that should be not an issue at all. I think we even have some already. So, glass. Yeah, we have two. Then obviously we're gonna need a bit of steel plates. Steel plates. Don't have any. Totally fine. With this, I can also actually start thinking about batch crafting things because it actually makes a lot more sense to me now. I just have to break the habit of not. Go ahead and get that going. Oh, right, redstone alloy. Oh, wait, I know we have red alloy. Yes, fine wires. So there's that. Last thing we're going to need are going to be some Fluix cables. We do have a Fluix crystal. What does the cable take? Takes quartz fiber. Fiber. All right. This in an assembler. Easy enough. Hey, I can at least throw all of the little dusts in there now, and I don't have to worry nearly as much about everything. There's the Fluix cables. Fluix. Don't really need aluminum. Let's get these centrifuged. The rest of the steel can go in there. In terms of iron, we don't have any. Minus our emergency rations. Let's also grab our food back. All right, CPU units. So we need Certus quartz plates. All right. All right, how do we get distilled water? Distilled water. We can distill water. Who'd have thunk it, I suppose. No, that makes way too much sense. All right. I don't think we have just a spare distillery here. Do we have one in here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. There. Grab. Let's go ahead and grab our some of our things. There's wire cutters. Then we're gonna need our wrench. We can also go for the drill. I'm also gonna go ahead and just grab the different saws, the crowbar and the knife, and the file. Right, then we're also gonna need the hammer and the screwdriver. I guess I was using a steel hammer before? Huh. Or did I? No? I guess that was what I was using. Fair enough. Oh, right, you're totally full. Hammer can go in there. Drill and saws can. The knife can. File, crowbar, mallet. All right. Put all those in there. All right. Right. We needed to connect to you. And then we just need to distill some water. Do we have a spare drum? Yes, we do. Oop. So we have plenty of water, thankfully. How's wood tar again? All right. We are getting wood tar again. That's good. I'd hate to run out of benzene. That would not be good. Uh, but we can go ahead and throw there, and we needed this on 5. Okay. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Throw you to there. All right. And whenever the distilled water is done, I can use that. Quartz plates, quartz dust through the autoclave. Need 50 millibuckets per, which means you're going to need 200 millibuckets for this. Should be done momentarily. Autoclave. Okay, so let's see. From here, anything else I can do? Um, have that. Waiting on that. Have that. Guess I could go ahead and make this. We need you. You for that. Those and those. All right, did the sifter? Oh, yes, it did. Woo! All right, love to see it. Where am I going? Let's grab block of Cetus quartz and get it cut. Glad I went to this. Don't think the other one would have been able to handle it. All right, so we need that, and we need that. Clearly not in here. There, there, there. All right, here we go. I am loving the silicone, I have to say. I don't know why, but just it is so much fun. All right. Let's go ahead, clear out everything that's not a tool. And okay. We can begin to get the last of this cleaned up. All right. I am gonna throw my actual tools in there for now, just so that I have a little bit more freedom in trying to do all of this. We'll throw the drum in there as well. And there we go. That should be the last cell we need. I sincerely hope. But yeah, once we have this, I'm going to work on the lab, I'm going to be working on infrastructure, and we're going to just be golden. We have so much cobblestone. To the point where I legitimately think it might be worthwhile to just. Oh, right, charcoal. Let's grab that as well. I think it would legitimately be better to just go ahead and use the drawer instead. because it's going to take up so much of this room, right? Like, this is so much cobblestone. We seem to be doing okay so far. Woo! Don't know how, but we are okay. With those basically all totally full. Go figure. Oh, okay. Come on, mouse. Come on. All right. So I guess we're gonna finally finish clearing out all of this next. Finally. Finally. No! We hit the limit again! No way! Come on! Uh, of course. It's it's all the cobblestone. Guarantee you. It's gonna be saplings, charcoal, cobblestone. Wait, let's sort by number of items. Cobblestone, stone dust, sticky resin. These three things are definitely what's clogging up the system. Well, really, it's this entire top row, let's be fair. That's kind of cool. But my inventory tweaks. Toggle that. Search mode. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So, what we're going to do is we are going to continue to utilize the drawers for a bunch of the additional things. All right, we need an axe for this. I have an axe. Haha. Definitely gonna need to unlock those, or well, maybe they're not locked. Maybe they're just upgraded. All right, there. Going to grab the wrench. Going to grab the drill. Oop. And the wire cutters. Right. We can just finally clear out this entire building to be deconstructed at some later time, or at least refurbished into something that's a little bit more usable. For now, chainsaw time. Maybe it would be worthwhile investing in a drawer controller at this point. I still don't know all that much about drawers either, so maybe that would allow AE2 to work with the drawer. That would be kind of cool. Also, I clearly forgot to empty that chest. Oops. But, you know, we're good. There, there, there. There. Content sealed within. Huh, interesting. All right. There, there. We can finally finish removing all of this. Oop. And I suppose I'm just completely full now. So let's do that. Grab all of these. Only thing I might not be able to grab at this point is going to be this, and that's only because it's completely full. That said, Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. Let's see if we can't use this to make it happen. All right. There's that. Okay. Nah, no way. No way. Oh well. Hey, we were close, right? It should just be that chest and the pipe. And then we will be officially moved. And it is high time too. All right, let's throw these here for now, I suppose. Content sealed within. Stack limit. Aha. 128, so times 4. I'm just going to take a guess that that's what all of these are. Um, we'll do that. Yep. Okay, so let's utilize it. Through all of these in here. Sort by the amounts. Let's start getting cobblestone out of here, as it's easily the biggest holdup at the moment. All right. There. There. Does seem like we're going to be running into issues with a number of types. Maybe not. Hmm. All right. Let's get this cobblestone cleared out. I'm just probably going to keep like a drawer of the cobblestone right here. Just because I think that makes the most sense. All right. Building gadget. Yes. I'm also going to take the... Okay, so this is sorted by number of items. Let's look at the unique items. That's where we're going to find all of my tools. The battery, for instance. Oh, I have two. I have a sodium and a lithium. Interesting. Sodium can stay in there for now. Let's see. The chisel. Definitely gonna want that. Uh, the old drill, old jetpack. Oh, there's a quest book. Huh. There's a drawer key. Don't care for that. Alright, I think this is... Oh, right. Yes. Prospector. I'll take that. I'd just like to keep that on me at any given time. Throw in those. Grab these. Alright. Oh, there. Drawer. And those. This is basically just going to be a toolkit for me at this point, right? I think that makes the most sense. Okay. Now we are definitely still pushing things. So I do still want to remove the top 4, right? That's also going to be stone dust. and that's going to be sticky resin. Those are the biggest offenders at the moment. Those sticky resin might, oh wait, right, sticky resin. And I'm probably going to go with saplings just because of the absurd amount of saplings that we have otherwise as well. So sticky resin. And the fact is still this high. All right, and oh, there it is, stone dust. All right. Hopefully, utilizing these drawers in tandem with a E2 will free up a lot of room. Yes. Now, we're still having a bit of an issue with the number of types, but we at least have room now. That's the big thing here. So let's grab our chainsaw. Oh, and our wrench. And there we go. Finally. We are finally out. Okay, and now we can also reclaim all of these, as we are no longer within that building. Ah, this has been such a long time coming. I am so happy to finally have something that's going to be a bit more permanent. The only thing that's left is going to be redoing redstone if I end up wanting to do that. But the redstone was for a machine that's no longer built, so not even sure I will. We'll see, right? We shall see. For now, just do all of this. Right, sorry, stone dust. You are not going to. Sticky resin? Good. Did we pick up any more cobblestone? No. Now let's just grab saplings. As thanks to the greenhouse, I think that these are going to be the most prevalent thing. The next most prevalent thing. I am going to figure out something to do with them. Right now, though, I just want to not lose them because I do think I'm going to end up wanting a bunch of them. So let's grab all of the saplings. Throw them in there. Sapling, sapling, sapling. Love to see it. And I'm also just going to go ahead and fill this back up at the top. There we go. This is my favorite room. I'm sorry. I am so proud of this. I am like just genuinely so happy and proud of this room, especially whenever it gets finished eventually. Let's see. So, gonna go from a little under 3,000 to a little under 4,000. Yeah, that was 1,000 saplings. And we have another 2,000 here. Oh boy. Oh wow. It even beats out stone dust now. Like legitimately, the only thing that's more is cobblestone. Cobblestone of all things. Ah, this is such a game changer. This is now what that entire like room was. I am flabbergasted, like legitimately flabbergasted here. Okay, infrastructure, I guess. Let's get some aluminum drums, right? Aluminum. Hey, exactly what I needed. Let's do that. Let's make sure that we are continuing to work on aluminum, this aluminium. Also probably going to want to invest in some more steel. So let's find all of our iron and pyrite and whatnot. In terms of iron, okay, pyrite. Here we go. Let's get the stack of pyrite. Pyrope, huh. Yeah, so we just have a stack of crushed pyrite. Let's get that washed and going on through. All right. And now that we can actually utilize all of these, I'm not nearly as worried about compressing things. Now, eventually, I'm sure I will be, but for now, I think I'm good. All right, aluminum drums. Let's see how many random fluids do we have currently? Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's make 10 drums for now. Drum. Going to be long aluminum rods, which needs a forge hammer. Right. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Let's go ahead, bring in, let's see, we have these pipes. Let's use the steel pipes. Let's go ahead and grab our forge hammer and our compressor and alloy smelter. Yeah, let's run that steam line to over here, I think. Uh, or maybe, let's see. We'll see. We'll see. I do know though, I'm gonna want some sort of a steam line going in here. So I'm thinking it would make sense just to have it here for now, right? I can put steam machines here, have them connected like so. Obviously that's going to be benzene, so we can't do that, but we can come up like so. Now is that steam? Nope, that's empty. I mean, you're clearly running, so like I can't say that you're not doing your job here. Hmm. Yeah, just a little concerning that there's no wood tar on this. Especially given that it's coming straight from here. It's fine for now. Ow, though. Okay, so this is my steam line currently. So let's instead have this go. Let's have a steam line going like this, right? We can bring it around like so, and boom, we now have steam power. More specifically, we now have a way to use the last few steam machines that I have. And this will eventually be probably where I put things like the owl, like the steam furnace, right? Okay, so in order to try to keep this somewhat clean, so in order to make 10 of these, we're going to need 2 of these each. So that's going to be 6 per. So that means basically we're going to be putting in 60. All right. You two to there. You four to there. All right. I'm still definitely going to be using all of these, but they're going to be more for moving things around rather than just permanently holding the fluids. Well, all right. I'll probably mix and match to be completely fair. Like for instance, all right, we have two things of wood tar here. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. Hmm. How do we want to do this? Well, two things of wood tar, obviously. I kind of want to have things too tall, but I also feel like that's going to be a bit excessive. Now, this is going to take a little while. Even at the rate that it's going, that's still going to, take a bit of time. All right. Clearly not too much time, though. Wow. Hey, color me impressed. Steam Forge Hammer? Good job. It's just the compressor and the macerator then that actually takes so long. Hmm. And there we go. I'm just going to put this here for now. All right. I need a two. The assembler. Circuit, circuit, circuit. Here we are. Assembling machine. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Hmm. Guess I'm gonna go through all of my machines and just make sure that they're all clear, right? So things like that aren't there. I also want to do that for fluids, and I will at some point, but for now, I just need to figure out some way to actually hold all of these fluids. And right now, a bunch of barrels seems like the best option. I do that and that. Oh, wait. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. So you know what? Yeah, let's make these too tall each. Just because why not? Do that. Then we'll have a too tall of these. And I just think it'll look kind of cool to have these like alternating, right? And this is going to be like an actual wall of barrels where I just keep a bunch of various things. So let's say toluene can go into here. All right. Then we have oil that can go into, actually oil will go there. Light fuel, I'm gonna put here, I guess. That leaves sulfuric light fuel. Really, I kind of want to just actually put these in here, but yeah, we're kind of full. Sulfur. And you know what? Fair enough, I suppose. Totally fair enough. All right. So we have hydrogen. Sure, you know what? We'll put hydrogen there. The tin. Ugh. There's tin. That has something. That has something. Put you there for now. Sulfuric light fuel. Let's put that there. All right. And then we just need one more steel to complete it. Easy. Steel. Let's do. Right, we're gonna need 6. There. Those to the lathe. Those to the bending machine. All right. So there's that. There's those. There's that. That's the wrong machine. And hopefully, anyway, that will solve a lot of our fluid problems. That's the hope, anyway. We shall see, right? We shall see. All right. Oh, wow. And I do have, a couple of extra things over there. So, yeah. Hmm. You know what? I think I'm going to call this a little early. I say early. You know, it's still been over 2 hours, but yeah, we have made so much progress. I am so happy with where we are. But there is still so much to do. Um, Next episode is definitely going to be working more on infrastructure, unless if I just change my mind, which is, entirely possible, I suppose. But as things currently stand, I'm really liking where this is all going. That's eventually going to be moved, but for now, I think we're good. So thank you all so much for joining, and take care until next time, and I will see you then. So yeah, see ya.